Alright guys, so good afternoon from Karakol. Today we have signed up to take a cooking class and we're going to be making Laghman with an Uyghur family. And Laghman is a dish that we've been eating a lot since we arrived in Kyrgyzstan. It's one of our favorites, it's delicious, it's noodly, it's soupy, so let's go in and see how it's done.
There are many types of Laghman. So there are with fried Laghman. There's one type with like classic, which is like the sauce is served separate from the noodle. So there is a type of where like it's not liquid, but with some sauce together mixed, and also like there are some different ingredients of the Laghman. So
тесто не меняется, а подливы меняются.
the noodles are the same, but the sauces could vary, so they could be different.
So I have a question. So is the soup Laghman more common than the fried Laghman?
Вопрос, именно жидкий лагман, он такой часто встречается, чем жареный, да?
Да, часто.
Yeah, it's like more common. And for example, she always cooks only like liquid lagman.
А жареный.
Okay, so we're gonna try making the noodles now. We need to stretch it out. And this is basically water, egg, and flour. And I'm not quite as graceful as our instructor here.
Sure about that?
I'm trying not to break it.
And we're all getting a turn to try this.
Yeah.
This should be a lot of fun.
Let's see if you have any talent at making noodle, Sam.
I'm more or less all thumbs in the kitchen, but we'll try this.
It looks like you're just massaging them.
Professional noodle massager.
Okay, so these have been boiled in hot water. Well, obviously hot water.
Yeah, hot water and salt.
Can't boil in cold water.
That would be a little tricky. Alright, so I'm
tastes.
gonna try it here.
So we're trying it without the broth now, just to see how the noodle tastes on its own. How is
It's
it?
a chewy noodle. Yeah, it definitely needs some broth and some seasonings. It does taste good, but it would taste a lot better with obviously when it's fully prepared.
It's a good start.
It's a good start.
Okay.
So the reason we came here, so actually like this Laghman experience, it refers to the Uyghur people, and she is herself Uyghur. So Uyghur people come from northern China. So this is one of the like nationalities, minorities in our town, and she said that there is a kind of autonomous region in China till nowadays where Uyghurs live, but they don't have their own country, they don't have their own territory. So and during the history they were like, let's say, pressed by the Chinese people, and a lot of them had to move to other countries like Kyrgyzstan, and they settled here.
So while our Laghman is cooking, what are you having?
We are starting with appetizers. So we are having cauliflower with egg, it looks like.
It's like that is a very, very
I should have
large
just used
cauliflower.
my hands.
It's good. It's good.
You should.
See. It's nice.
How is it?
It's really good.
Did you taste the egg?
Oh yeah. It's like an omelet over top. And it's pan fried? They fry it in a pan? Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so the Laghman is here. It's been served. So check it out. We saw a bit of the preparation in the kitchen, and we learned that basically they fry the ingredients, the meat and the vegetables, and then they add in the broth and turn it into a soup so that it's more flavorful. So yeah, let's dig right in.
And this is
Try and find some noodles.
And this is our first time to have it homemade. We've only had this in
Yeah.
restaurants, so exciting time.
The noodles I made.
Look how thick that is.
Look at how long they are. This is gonna be messy.
That looks awesome.
Okay, let's see.
Try to get a bit of everything. Nice.
Are they more
It's quite nice.
So what do you think?
Are they more in the eastern?
Well, I love the noodles. I mean, I was eating them plain, so.
You're like
Even better with
devouring
the
them before
sauce.
they even came.
I know, I had half the plate by
So
myself.
is it savory and spicy? or-
Yeah, it's really good. But you know what? I think I'm gonna add even more spice and see what that's like. Alright, so I like my spice. So first we're going to add a little bit of vinegar for extra flavor. Give it a bit of a kick. And this. I don't know how spicy this is. Like one little spoonful, maybe.
Very hot.
Very hot.
Very hot.
Okay.
And you just put an enormous amount on.
Let's see.
Laris. Yeah.
It was really spicy.
It was pretty spicy.
Pretty
Yeah,
spicy.
let's see. All right.
All right, time to actually try it with the extra
Okay.
enhancements.
Enhancements.
Enhancements. Better?
I like the vinegar. Makes it a little bit more sour.
All right, so my turn. So something that I like even before trying it is that it has big chunks of meat. Like check this out. I didn't even grab one of the bigger pieces. This is actually one of the smaller ones. But let's take that and a few noodles.
The noodle master. Eating his own creation. What do you think?
It's really good. I really like how tender the meat is. I thought it might be a bit more chewy, but it's quite tender. And I think that I'm gonna add more spice and vinegar to mine as well. 'Cause maybe they made it a little tamer for us because we're foreigners, but I would prefer it with more spice,
Yeah, we
a
like
bit
our
more vinegar.
Bit of a kick.
So I'm gonna add that.
All right, Sam. So dessert has arrived.
Dessert has arrived, and we are having kind of a local honey cake, and it appears to have several different layers.
Ooh la la.
And I have to say, honey in Kyrgyzstan is really delicious. Like,
Yes.
it's one of the local specialties here. It has kind of a raw flavor, raw natural flavor.
A bit floral, I find.
Yeah. So let's try this. Oh, yeah, that's nice and sweet, and you can taste the honey. And there's kind of there's a bit of a delayed onset with the way the honey just once it starts going down. Oh, it's so good.
Melts in your mouth.
Melts in your mouth, and it is a really light cake. It's like the layers of the cake here are quite fluffy,
Spongy.
airy, spongy. Yeah,
Nice little treat after a big meal.
that's the word I'm looking for. So to wrap things up, that was an awesome home cooked meal. It was cool to help with a little bit of the preparation.
The noodles.
We really didn't do too much. Yeah, this is a dish that is very common here in Kyrgyzstan. So if you're
Yeah.
visiting, definitely have a lagman, and if you have a chance to prepare it and cook it yourself, then definitely we would recommend that as well.